is this? 1952 Buick Super.
Ready for this one?
No.
We never are. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Junkyard Digs. Today you join myself, Tom, my dad, who's disappeared into the abyss here, and Tom's dad even. We're currently in an old garage in the middle of North Iowa because this right here is a 52 Buick that's been in Tom's family for a very long time, since it was new. And we're going to see if we can get it out and get this old straight 8 up and running once again. This might be the oldest thing we've worked on.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
All right, Tom and Ed, Tom's dad, give us the story.
My great-grandparents bought it brand new, right?
Yep.
In 1952.
51.
51. And then it's a 52 though, right?
It's a 51.
I've been telling you the wrong age the whole time.
He died in 51 also.
So did he get to drive it much at all?
I don't think much, and then I don't think his wife ever drove. So then his kids would take, like Ruby's or Tom's grandpa and grandma would take it on vacation and take their kids with them.
And they went
had
to
it out
Washington, D.C., right?
Washington, D.C.,
Holy
I think
cow.
through the Holland Tunnel out in New York or wherever that is. And
This was in the 50s still, 60s?
probably still in the 50s.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a pretty new car at that
In
time.
the 60s, I know Tom's Aunt LaVon wrecked her 56 Chevy, and so she drove this for a while
Going to Drake.
Howard and I were fixing it in Drake and Des Moines, and then Al, I believe, drove it to college a little bit too. Or
So
at
it's
least
been-
he drove it a little.
The whole family's been driving it at some point.
Right.
It's finally Tom's turn.
I'm probably the only one that never drove it.
She's in pretty damn good shape, that being said, and it being in North Iowa.
It ran good until my brother-in-law parked it in an old dirt-floored machine shed, and
She's locked up.
the engine stuck, and
Unique thing about this one, that's a Buick straight 8. Tom's already come and dumped some trans fluid and acetone and stuff down the cylinders. Try to get her crack free. We're gonna try to get this one going. This thing's pretty damn straight.
It's pretty straight, and honestly, the mice haven't done
A ton to
terrible
it?
amount of damage to it.
Oh
The
shit.
headliner's good, no holes. The door panels are good. There's a bad spot in the top of the back seat.
How long do you think this has been sitting?
Late 80s, early 90s.
Oh,
my
so we're
guess.
all 30, 40 years into this
Yeah.
thing. Well, I'll tell you what. We could stand here and stare at it in the shed all day, or we could pull her out. What do you think?
I think see if we can get her out of here.
All right. That ought to do it. That is a beautiful example of a 40-20. My gosh. There she is.
I can't believe none of the wheels will turn.
None of them.
Roadside service. Oh, sure. You think you hate it now. Wait till you drive it.
Oh, sure. The brakes don't spin, but the tire comes right off.
Looks like the drums are bolted on.
yeah, it does. They used to do that. It feels like it. It's working, but
Look at all the chrome on this dash.
yeah,
I like to hit that with your forehead.
74,000 miles even on it.
Oh, the center hubs are on.
Center's not big enough.
It'll go on though,
I bet
right?
it'll go on anyway.
Yeah.
Not quite, almost.
Yeah, so it is too.
What you're seeing right now is the Junkyard Digs crew in 40 years. Same thing. It's gonna look just like that. Ed, when do you think this ran last?
Probably in the late 70s, early 80s.
Okay, so we're talking 40, 50 years?
Yeah.
Holy cow. Well, we got the good side of the bias ply down.
Yeah.
There's still half a good tire there.
Yeah, it's only bad on the one spot.
There she goes. Oh my gosh, how are we ever gonna get this on the trailer? Alright, now we simply throw that onto the trailer. Easy, right? With a bunch of wiggling and help from the snatch block, we eventually got the Buick pulled up on the trailer. Before we left, we wanted to see what was hiding underneath the barn dust, so we gave the car a bath. Where's your bikini?
You don't want to see me in my bikini.
No, that's just it. We can monetize that. They had to pay more to not see you in the bikini.
It's leopard skin,
Oh, God.
loincloth more than a bikini.
Oh, great. Ed, did you ever ride around in this car much?
I never did much. I have, but nothing.
How old were you, I suppose, when this became part of the family? Or did you...
Married my wife when we were 17 years old in 1962.
So this has been around for a bit then.
It was bought new in 51 by her grandpa.
What'd you drive to your wedding?
63 Chevy.
You still have it?
No,
No.
it was junk anyway.
Oh, I see you have some good stuff sitting over here.
That gray and blue one, that was my grandma Hosier's car. She got her license when she was 70 and bought that car, and I was 9 years old and I'm 79 now.
That's been around for a long time. 79 and 61. A dad and his son out here still pulling cars out of barns, still getting them going after all these years. This is a really cool scene right now. Well, shoot, that cleans up pretty well.
Yeah, we should get some fake Tommy guns. Yeah.
Tom, how many cigars you got? We might have to invest in those.
Get some.
I got a beer.
I will take you up on that.
Okay.
I'll never refuse a beer. Some time chatting with Ed.
Perry, a beer?
Yeah, I miss church.
We won't tell Mom. She'll just have to watch the video. You got like 2 months. You're fine. With the car loaded, we stopped to have a beer about it, and of course, the stories started flowing. Being that this is the farm Tom grew up on, there were tons of stories to be told, and interestingly enough, some of the stuff he had as a kid was still around. You were 6 when this was built?
Yeah.
I built that in our basement up at the house.
Oh, this
and
is
I took
a-
it all apart and carried it out and put it back together.
This is a go-kart for him to ride around in.
Yeah. Real lawnmower engine.
Oh, a little 2-stroke?
Oh, it's a 4-stroke, but it's got a
Oh.
gear reduction output shaft.
Okay.
And it's got a Maytag transmission for forward and reverse, but it does not have brakes.
No. I never got around to putting brakes on it.
So I
It didn't
learned,
go very fast.
I learned to
Say-
not, you don't stop, you just avoid whatever. Confucius say, the best way to avoid accident, not be there. It was on bicycle wheels then, and if you steered too fast to avoid something because you couldn't stop, it would break an axle, and then you were done
Break a
till
wheel.
your dad would fix it. So,
So I got motorcycle wheels, and then they held up.
This is a cool freaking shed, too.
This was my grandpa's machine shop,
Look
This
at
was his shop.
and that was chicken house.
That was a chicken house, and this wall was in here.
Sweet.
That was a forge. He built that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a forge?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's a blower right
And then-
there, and it blew in it.
Oh, this here is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he had that's a homemade wood lathe. And he had a jack shaft that ran across here with just one motor, and it ran the wood lathe and a drill press and
I
a
showed him the
grinder.
drill press,
And,
yeah.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh, that was in this shed that you
Yeah.
that you hooked. Was this the go-kart you run the belt to?
Yeah, no, I don't know where that go-kart is. Popeye?
Oh, it's right in here.
Oh,
And that's
Like
a
rated
real
bin.
lawnmower frame, and
Okay.
That's what
Oh,
drives-
the whole lawnmower is still on
it's
the
the
back.
whole real lawnmower.
the reel's
And
gone.
then you
but-
just attached a grain bin to it.
Yeah,
Yep.
And the wheels of the lawnmower.
and you had to be pretty strong to tighten the belt that made the thing drive because it lifted the whole rear
Yeah.
axle.
Yeah.
So the heavier you got, the harder it was to get the. You had to grab that
Go up
thing
and
and
down.
and then it went walking speed.
Ah, yes. The big blue Buick. Tom, how are you today?
Miserable. It's too
Yeah.
early.
It's been a couple weeks. We've been working on other stuff. That stuff's out of the way now, and it's time to get back to the Buick. As you can see, it's still on the trailer right where we left it with a bunch of stuck wheels. If I remember right, the front,
Left front worked.
yep, and it blew the tire when we were putting it on the trailer. So
Startling.
we only have heavy equipment here at home, so we're going to use this to get this off the trailer. Maybe dragging it around on the asphalt will either blow or break the rest of the tires free. So we're going to deal with our brake drum woes out here in nature.
It's gonna be cool.
Well, she's no 40/20, but let's see what it can do, I suppose.
It'll work.
Oh, this is way easier than putting it on the trailer.
Yes, it is.
Alright, let's see if they break free. Believe it or not, that didn't work.
I'm so amazed.
We drug it back and forth and nothing happened. So, time to go straight for it, which I suppose is pop the wheels and tires off and start just pounding on the drum brakes. Tom has a plan, though. I think I see where you're
Oh
going.
no!
Tom's plan
Tom's
immediately
plan
failed.
immediately failed.
We're gonna, I believe, if I'm looking at this right, put a bolt or two in here and then lower it down and try to use that extra leverage to crank that loose. Wow, you can smell the fuel coming out of this thing.
Oh man, it reeks.
Pierce the tank. Oh, it's pouring out.
Yep.
Like crazy.
Just lower it down. Yeah, you got it.
That's everything. Holy hell. It's moving.
Oh.
Yep, there went the little stud. After a few more attempts, we gave up on the lever idea and decided to move up front. Tom's been pounding on this one for a while.
Yeah.
Holy
What?
shit.
You're a powerhouse.
Yeah, I guess so. That's
Do
what's,
not mess with Kevin.
that's what's happening here. Does that mean both fronts spin?
Yeah.
Maybe we needed to try that method on the rear.
Well, we could go back and horse with it some more.
It's just not going, is
That
it?
one is not gonna give up that easy.
You know what? I've got one more trick in the bag. I'll be right back.
I like tricks.
Busting out the new secret weapon.
This'll do it.
Yeah, I hope.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. Introducing the new shirt, the I Heart Drum Brake shirt. This is available now on junkyarddigs.com. This will be a shirt that's going to be available for a long time on the website, but don't forget you only have a week left to go order your I Hate Head Gaskets Oldsmobile Diesel shirt, which is blowing in the wind and making this advert really hard. You got a week left to hate head gaskets, and now the ability to love drum brakes on junkyarddigs.com. All right, let's see if that does it. Is it going? It's going.
It's not moving much, but it's moving.
The shirt works.
The shirt works. No shirt. Don't kill yourself. You're old. There.
Hey. Look at that.
That bad boy will turn.
That just looks like normal Chevy hardware.
Just plain old GM hardware.
Yeah, we got tons of that. Actually, this looks like the same brakes they ran.
I was
for
going
20,
to say,
30
I got
years.
4 bags of brand new hardware at the shop. Awesome.
Sweet. The shirt works.
It did work. Oh, there we go. Oh, isn't that pretty?
We're gonna be heading to the surf ballroom in this thing. To watch, what's
Demolition derby, surf ballroom, whatever. We smart.
Oh, look out, Tom. There's a huge puddle of turpentine right behind you.
Turpentine. Most powerful liquid in the world.
Oh, yeah?
Little kid sitting on the curb, got a jar of turpentine, clear liquid. Flipping it over and watching the bubbles ride, and flipping it over and watching the bubbles rise. Preacher walks up. What do you have there, son? Little boy never looks up from his jar. This here's the most powerful liquid in the world. Turpentine. Preacher says, oh no, son. The most powerful liquid in the world is holy water. Spread a little holy water on a pregnant woman's stomach and she'll pass a beautiful, healthy baby. Kid never looks up from the bubbles. That's nothing. Spread a little turpentine on a cat's ass, he'll pass a motorcycle.
I was wondering where this was going. I could tell that was going to be a good one. I was right. Bry bar time?
I think it is. Whoa, there you go. You got something there. Let me try. Yeah.
I heard drum brakes.
All right. We win, we always win.
Hell yeah. Let's load it onto the trailer backwards and dump it into the shop, right? Hell yeah. Look at that.
We're ready to go dirt track race.
That actually looks really good. Too bad they don't fit at all.
Doc Hudson ain't got nothing on that.
There we go. We got 4 tires that roll and 4 tires that hold air.
And 2 broken
You
backs.
can say that again. Found some old Buick rims off my Wildcat. They were the big 5-on-5 from big GM cars, and they went right on. So let's get this sucker on the trailer and get to the shop. All right, here we are at the shop, all unloaded, ready to go in. But before we do, we got to get the stink out of it. Holy hell.
It's an awful shame that we dented this tank earlier, because I think with a little solder we probably could have
Are you sure we dented it?
fixed that
Or
up.
or did gravity dent that? Look at that. It's like cloth. Just nothing. It's still half full. How did that still hold
I
liquid?
don't know.
We, as you can see, are applying some degreaser. We're going to give her a good bath. Yes, yes. Let it eat.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the big grease spot.
Like new!
Well, there she is, all cleaned up. Actually came out pretty good. Here's what we were blasting off.
Yum.
Here, there's lunch.
That's Iowa farm dirt and grease and oil.
That belt's really hanging
Yeah,
out.
I know. I
Feel
can't
like,
believe
huh?
that belt grabs.
That's incredible.
It's rusted in there. It's part of the car now.
True. Maybe the belt's why it
We'll probably
doesn't
have
spin.
to chisel it off. Yeah, maybe.
Well, that's all right. It'll mean the new belt we put on definitely
We'll
will bite. It won't squeak.
With that, we rolled the Buick inside and threw it up on the 10,000-pound bend pack 2-post lift. We figured this car would be really heavy, but the lift hardly even noticed it was there. In retrospect, a quick Google would have actually told us that it only weighs about 3,200 pounds, which is quite surprising. He says the surface rust from sitting on a dirt floor?
Yeah.
Not that bad. Here you are, sir. What do you see? We got an access cover at all?
Well, we do. I don't know if it'll get us to our
Flywheel?
teeth, but there's one way to find out.
What a weird transmission. Look at this, the pan's sideways. This is what, Dynaflow?
Dynaslow.
Developed from a tank, I believe, right?
It's not very long either.
No, it's pretty stubby. Like an early Power Glide. Drive is all torque converter with an output
All torque
shaft.
and rear end drive, I think. Yep.
And then low has a planetary.
Supposedly has planetaries.
Interesting. Look at this big goofy X frame.
That's
Man, this is weird. The drive shaft housing is what holds the back axle. Torque tube, I guess.
I guess they call it a torque tube.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I don't know.
Look at the length of that muffler. That's like 3 tractors. I bet this thing doesn't make the slightest
You
amount of
probably
noise.
can't even hear it running.
That is
It's like those-
literally 3.5 feet long.
It's a Walker muffler. It's not the original. No, I gotta take it back.
Brake lines look good, actually. Well, I mean,
Not.
versus what I was expecting to see. We should probably
Look, the
redo them.
rubber's clear up here.
What? Oh, to go onto the torque tube.
Yeah, it does have some ventilation right here.
The length of this muffler. What is that, for a submarine?
They used leftover from they used a tank transmission and a tank muffler. You can sneak up on the Yermans that way.
Yeah, man, this is going to be hard, but you know what was harder? The war. I don't know.
Well, there's some little rivets on the...
Yeah, is there a hole in the torque converter?
You got a pretty good bite on that.
Think so? Alright, so we just go straight for it?
Yeah, I think so.
I'll get the big one. Oh!
It spun just a little bit.
It's moving. This one, above all the others we've ever done, this one does have the most advantage. It's sat a couple weeks with acetone and trans fluid in it. Maybe I can assist you from this side. There's a pretty good sized crank bolt in this. Alright, ready?
Ready?
Yep. Oh, we did it.
Moved it a little.
Hell yeah.
Should I see if I can push it back again?
That we're not going to be able to help you with as much.
Ready?
Ready.
Oh, hey, we never took the spark plugs out, and the
No, we
cylinders are
didn't.
full of
That
fluid,
might be
aren't
worth
they?
doing, huh?
Yeah, we're probably just hydrolocking. Let's do that. It's probably been what, a month since we
3 weeks anyway.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. God, every time. All right. Well, we got her down here. We got the bore scope out. Kind of looking at the piston. Oh, are they dome tops
They might be domed.
or like kind of canter tops?
They're domed. Yeah, cancer topped.
Cancer.
Well, it's
Fair.
very crunchy looking right there.
Yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
what I'm looking at. Yeah, what's in this one, Tom? What'd you do to this cylinder?
I got
I don't know that I enjoyed that laugh.
We're gonna look at a different one now. The ones that were down did pretty good. Like, there's our sealing of the cylinder, I think.
Must be.
Yeah, there's a valve poking
I think I
out.
saw a valve. Yeah.
Good, it has those.
I looked at them. There were two.
Oh, hell!
Oh, that's ugly. Get away from that. Holy smokes. If I had a dog that looked like that, I'd shave his butt and make him walk backwards.
We fixed worse stuff, right?
Couple 100-mile-an-hour passes, she'll shine up.
Oh, yeah, guaranteed. We got, for sure, number one, real clean. Thanks to, again, Tom's special sauce.
Special sauce.
All right, let's get her up in the air and see if we can break her free.
Wait,
Wow,
that's
I'm
the way we're
really
going.
bright.
Yeah, but you need to go outside more often,
Apparently. Or we need to get
Translucent.
less outside on the inside of the shop.
Now he's going to.
Oh, she's moving. She's not loving it yet. But she's moving.
There, you definitely haven't been that far yet.
No.
Oh, it's getting better. Oh, it's getting better. Oh.
I can hear the crunching of the valves breaking off. I don't want to say it's free, but
Oh, it's getting some transmission fluid out of the cylinders now.
Hemorrhaging.
I think, let's finish the rotation here, but I think we're free. There it is. There's a full circle.
Yep, there's that funky weight looking thing.
Go through this hard spot again. It's still difficult. You can tell that's where she's sat. Ignore those noises. The ring's breaking off. I think we're gonna call that unstuck. Let's see if we can make the starter work and see what it'll do. Running by 6, wheelies by midnight.
You ready? This is crazy.
The squirter.
The squirter works.
We've got the motor to rotate. If we can get the connections to work and get it to spin and get spark, this thing will run fantastic. Guaranteed. That's straight out of a John Deere, I'm pretty sure. Now, to make this sucker spin, we have a normal battery.
Isn't that thing cute?
She's hopped up though.
She's gonna rotate now. See what happens?
Are you ready? Good thing you moved. 4.
Hit her again. Hit her hell. Look at that.
It does turn over.
That was funny. Look at that. All of our previously stuck things spin. Oh, she's getting quicker. She's getting quicker. She's getting even faster. All right, that's what we're looking for.
Sweet.
Smells like victory.
What do you think the points look like?
Probably oily right now. A little sandpaper. I bet we have spark as long as our wiring's good.
I've seen a lot worse. A lot worse.
I've seen less oily. Oh wow, that looks new.
That rotor looks like.
Oh, I'll get the
or
sandpaper.
cap looks like brand new. Rotor's fine.
Making smoke in 6 minutes. Mark my words.
That would be cool.
I didn't say running. I said smoke.
Smoke.
Electrical fire counts as smoke.
Well, it does.
This is it. This is all it takes. This is the secret to everything we do. Piece of sandpaper. Open the points up. Stick her in there. Sand it a little bit. Do that a couple times till it's happy and you'll have an engine with spark. It's really not hard to get these old things running. People ask me all the time. They need fuel, air, spark, but in all
An
reality...
old mechanic that would run a $1 bill through the points after he sanded them to clean them out.
That's actually a great idea. That's the problem is I always have to get a rag or my t-shirt or my finger in there.
Yeah.
$1 bill is about the perfect
He
material.
drip a $1 bill every time. Yeah.
This is about the perfect material type to do that. And it only costs $1.
And it's still worth $1 when you're done.
There we go.
Cleaned up real pretty.
Cleaned up real pretty. Does it have power to it? I don't know.
Glitter. Getting glitter.
I'm getting glitter.
Oh.
Despite the fact I just filled the whole distributor with oil, yeah, fantastic. Fantastic
The
spark.
oil won't harm it.
Okay, one last step before we throw plugs in. We got the air compressor. We're gonna hit these with some compressed air and spin it over. Go for it.
Yum. intake valves aren't sealing too good, doesn't it? Stuck open.
Couple unhappy intake valves. They'll free up. Come on, you turd. Sounds like we got two bad intake valves. You think they're just sticking down?
We can take a look. Are you ready to see what we're gonna have under here?
Yeah, let's see if we can get those couple valves freed up. My hope is. Ew. Ew.
Oh,
That's loose. That's not.
I can see that's compressed just looking at it. Yeah.
Well, there's the first one. Here's the other one. Okay, well, get the PB blaster and the hammer out. Stuck. Good. Good. Stuck. Stuck. Good. 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 Stuck. Gonna oil this guy up. Get some penetrating lubricants on the valve shaft. Then we're gonna gingerly send them down. Then when he's all the way down, since this is a straight 8, and we have a spare motor if all else goes wrong, we don't really care, and the piston should meet the valve in a flat manner, we're going to slowly turn the motor over. Usually this should be done by hand. We're old and lazy. Here we go. You're starting to come out of it.
Pounce
Ruby.
out of what's on. I think that one's up. Huh.
That's interesting.
That doesn't move much.
Why doesn't it move?
Again, I wonder if it's got hydraulic lifters.
It doesn't touch right now.
Huh.
Is that not the one we just did?
Nope, not this one. That one's got excellent spark over here. There we
Might
go.
work.
Okay, we'll say him for last.
Ouch! That hurt.
You okay?
Yeah.
The end of that rocker just shot.
That shot clean off.
I wouldn't be surprised if we bent those push rods.
I think he's free.
Since we didn't do our due diligence and just threw speed and no science at it, we are paying the
All the while
consequences.
knowing that the valves were probably stuck. Yeah, maybe.
What did we learn?
No.
Nothing we didn't know prior.
Yes, that one's bent.
Is it bent?
Yeah. I got a hammer when we're polishing the
Yeah, this
shaft.
looks like a whole cleanup job for tomorrow. We'll bend all those straight. All right, I think we're gonna cut her there for day one. A lot of stuff that didn't move before now does. In fact, everything but that one valve, which I could probably make move if I really wanted to, but I don't really want to. We'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. You joined us right where we left off yesterday with an engine that spins, and that's it. As you can see, we're starting the day off by removing our rocker shaft. These are pretty unhappy, to say the least, so we're going to disassemble this, clean it up, and make it work again. Well, that one doesn't even really move. Alongside that, we have what we assume to be a bunch of really bent push rods. Where were they? Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Our assessment was correct.
Wow.
So, yeah, we're going to fix all this and then see if it runs again. There's another.
Wow.
Same shape. Nice. Nice. There's 3. And then what? This one? Yep. There we go. There's the 4 bent push rods. Sweet. All right. Let's get it all cleaned up and straightened out. This is a performance mod, an old school trick maybe.
That's right. Increased length, greater lift. Kind of like 165 rockers, but cheaper.
It's a thing of beauty. How's it going here?
Oh, pretty good.
I'm busting all these loose with the deep creep, working them back and forth, side to side, moving everything around.
Getting the crap brushed out
Getting
of there.
the crap brushed out of there, making sure they move real free like.
Ooh.
Yep. Originally we were going to
Fantastic.
take the whole thing apart, but each of these standoffs are more or less press fit onto the shaft, and
They are
as
now.
much fun as that is, it's not very fun. This is pretty much the same, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you're getting them to move and you're getting all the crap out of them. So that is fantastic versus that. I still haven't found that damn piece that came off and hit Tom in the hand, so.
Maybe buried in my hand yet.
I was going to say, are you not still wearing it?
Where'd you get this shirt? I am the warranty. Damn it. Should have thought that one first. Oh, by the way, Angus, show us what you're wearing.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking
They have
of
a
new-
beer about it shirt available at junkyarddigs.com.
Yeah, speaking of new shirts, you can check
this-
that out on the website. How are the push rods looking? That'll work.
It's only got about 25 thousandths run out.
It's not like quarter inch.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
Well, we found it.
Perfect fit.
I think some JB weld, double wobble.
Yeah, double bubble. There you go.
I got solder too if we really want to step it up a notch.
Braze.
A little preheat before we forget to turn the gas on.
Yep. How'd that feel?
Not great. Oh, it's still burning. That one went deep. There we go.
I mean, I think that will probably hold.
And now to harden it, we punch it in some motor oil.
It'll work.
Yeah, I definitely didn't forget about that for like 35 seconds and scrambled to find oil. It's fine.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, it's not gonna run anyway.
Probably
so-
wasn't necessary, but it can't hurt, right?
Yeah. Okay, and you said they're all cleaned up, ready to go. Tom, will you warranty this?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am the warranty.
Alright, fire up, see how it runs. Let's totally look up the torque pattern for this and totally bolt it all down correctly.
And we'll do it off camera just so you know we did it right.
Yeah.
Are we ready for this?
I suppose we're ready. Really trying on that one.
Yeah, it still does sound about. It's not popping out the carburetor anymore.
True.
So we have made some gains. I'm really surprised it's not trying a little harder than it is.
What,
trying
on
harder
30
than-
psi of cylinder pressure?
I know. We should see what it's running now. That'd be interesting. Are we ready?
Yeah, new battery. It thought about it for a
It
bit.
did think about it. It said, well, maybe.
You get it to run, build a little heat, you get a heat cycle or two through it, it'll start popping rings loose, and we'll start picking up cylinders. Thing is, we have to make that happen. Alright, so here's what we're fighting. We don't know what it is exactly. We have a lot of assumptions. All the rust in the cylinder being the main one. Tom, you want to give her a crank again? Yeah, 30 psi. That's it. That's all we're building in most of the cylinders, 30 to 60, which is not enough to run. So
I don't know. I think it's time to get another engine.
maybe we throw a little oil down the
We
cylinders.
could do that. I mean, we're not going to lose any ground.
Tell you what, we'll start with this one. We'll shoot a little oil in here and see if our compression goes up, and if it does, we'll do the whole motor. All right. All right, let's put trans fluid in all of them. That worked really good. Got those rings to seal. All right, oil in all the cylinders. Come on, girl.
Oh, that's the most fire we've had.
You only have spark while cranking? tell this might be the most smoke I've ever got in the shop. Look at the cloud.
Oh, I can't help but look at it. We're in it.
Woo! Do that a couple more times, get some heat cycles through it.
It might go.
We don't need a swap engines, except for that weird crashing metal noise.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, that's probably fine. Want to do it again?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Starter.
We're losing vacuum. Yep. You just started.
Hell yeah. Oh,
We'll
it'll
be going
start.
to hell.
It'll start time after time now. We probably got the rings freed up. I bet if we give this thing a fuel tank, it'll sit here and idle. Find
Well,
out.
maybe we better try.
We better find out. Okay, we've got ourselves an auxiliary fuel system set up. Let's see if she pulls fuel.
Yummy. That's beautiful
Do
looking
we want to
stuff.
stop that from going in the car?
I don't know. That's not very
Probably not
pretty.
the worst idea we've ever had.
It's not pretty.
It works though.
We're gonna figure out how to get that sediment bowl off of there. That bad boy's been stuck on there a long time.
Well, we can probably put a regular fuel filter in its place.
Just as well.
Yeah. Here's a great thing we did not let that in it. There we go.
Yes.
That's coming out clean.
A little better.
Despite what it looks like, I swear the last one was clean. So we expect this to just fire up and run,
Just
right?
gonna sit here and idle and just, yeah.
Yep.
Squirting?
It sure is. Oh yeah! There it is! Where are we driving it?
That's dumb.
Look at that. Sit there idling. Look how smooth it runs evenly on all 8.
That's crazy.
Like we shut her off yesterday. Yeah, I guess now we put coolant in it. Do an oil change. And start on brakes.
Brakes.
Maybe
Your
an
favorite thing?
Yeah, that is crazy.
That's so cool.
They don't build them like they used to.
Good. This thing's terrifying.
Yeah, they don't build them nearly as loose as they used to. Therefore, they last longer. But they don't do that nearly as well. Who wants lunch?
Me.
Lunchtime.
All right, we're back from lunch. Now that all the hard work is done and the engine runs, we have a vehicle that we can make drive, and it's time to make it, well, drive. Tom, this has a bad trans seal was the reason it was
That's
parked?
my understanding, yep.
Okay, so we got to deal with that. We also have no brakes, and we also have no tires. We've already taken the tires off, sent those down to Phoenix. He's going to shot blast those, maybe hit them with some powder coat, hit them with some paint, whatever he's got sitting around. In the meantime, we are going to dive into the brakes. Let's divide and conquer here. I'm going to start on turning the drums.
Okay. Oh, it's good.
What are you guys going to do?
Watch you turn drums?
Okay.
And I have a beer about it first.
Oh, yeah, I
you
got
know
a
what?
beer about it.
Good point. That's a great idea.
On your marks, get set. No! They actually boiled dinosaur fat and made lye soap and wheel bearing grease. But we ran out of dinosaurs.
Oh, that's why they went extinct. We
That's
hunted.
why we had a gas
They were
crisis.
overhunted in the 50s
Yeah.
for Buicks.
You learn something new every day with Tom.
What in
Ball
the
bearing.
hell?
Ball bearing wheel bearings.
Whoa.
These aren't tapered.
What?
That is dinosaur fat grease.
I'll be darned.
Thanks.
You're welcome. What are you working on?
Well, I was gonna take the master cylinder out, but I thought I'd wait till I was out of his way, so I thought I'll just tear apart whatever I can find. Because it's all gotta come apart.
Fair enough.
There, that broke. Now we know we have to replace this piece of steel.
Well, I've got plenty of copper line from Amazon. While Tom and Angus kept working on the car, I went over to our bend pack brake lathe and got to work on turning down the drums. How goes it, sir?
Well, I think that flare will work.
Oh, are you using the Capri set?
That's a pretty cool tool. I think that's amazing.
You were a McCool truck driver
I
for
was.
years,
I
right?
was. We didn't have anything like that.
That thing's less than $50 as well.
It took no time, and it looks perfect.
And you can do it upside down and backwards in the car, and it makes beautiful flares.
It's impressive.
They've got those nice ones you put on a bench vise, but I like that more because you can do it up in there, no problem. They sell 3/16 and a quarter.
I gotta get me one of these.
There'll actually be a few links down in the description. One, obviously, for the merch, as well as the brake flare tool and the brake line kits that we use. I've used a lot of Amazon copper line kits, and a lot of them suck. Fittings are just way too loose, and they're totally trash. The one that I have down in the description is really good, and those brake flare tools are excellent. Doesn't cost you guys a dime extra. You get it straight from Amazon, as is tradition, but we get a little kickback to the channel to buy consumables like brake line if you use the link down there.
Those are the actual dinosaur bones.
That's
Holy
not-
crap.
What is that shape?
Where is the... Oh, that is a weird shape, yeah.
Huh.
Well said. My thoughts exactly.
Well, it's a good thing we got new ones.
Yep, trash can.
Yikes.
Well, our first major obstacle is also the very first part we tried to put on. Or are we on like the third wrong part by now already? Brake shoes are wrong, rear brake hose is wrong. The wheel cylinders were right.
As far as we can tell.
If you ever wondered why don't we do a lot of 50s cars here on the channel, it's for this exact reason. It's really hard to get parts. And we usually do our turnarounds in like 3 to 4 days so that we get the video out per week. And you absolutely cannot do that with this era of car because they're unobtainable and often incorrect.
Why do they have 2,440 results for brake shoes for a 1951 Buick Super?
Because it's nap. Everyone says that we need 2 1/4 inch brake shoes. We do not. We need 1 3/4. We've got the 2 1/4. If we get really creative, we can cut them down.
There's one that says left position. Well, that's not.
There's 1,140 for right.
Oh,
and
good, we're
1
really-
for left.
That's rear.
Oh, rear.
There's no right option.
It's just front, left, and rear. So yeah, this might take a while.
What do you mean? You just had 2,000 results for it. What do you want?
After an hour of digging through the internet, we realized that parts stores have been selling the wrong brake pads for this car for over a decade. There are some correct ones available online, but they were going to take more than a week to get here, so we decided to modify the ones we have to fit. To do that, we needed to head out to Tom's place because he had better cutting tools, so I hopped in the Olds diesel and slung it down the gravel roads. Oh shit.
If that don't work,
I was really questioning if you could cut that brake material.
I got body man tools.
That looks fantastic. Actually, I did already run the drums a little wider than normal on the
Okay,
lathe.
perfect, yeah. But
So,
I mean,
You're going to have more braking surface than that car ever did.
let's do it.
By a millimeter. Whatever that is.
Whatever that is.
I have no idea. Alright, let's cut the rest of them. We spent the evening with cut-off wheels and sanding discs, but eventually we were able to cut all the brake shoes down to the right size. Once that was done, we finished out the night like we end any night at Tom's shop and had a beer about it.
I like him better when he runs with scissors.
Yeah, me too.
When you run with scissors.
Yeah, I don't know if this will make as
less
good as a
dangerous.
sticker. Less dangerous. What
Some
the
dude
hell?
in a Ford pickup just ran the stop sign right in front of us. And we were driving into the setting sun, and we're like, shit.
Yeah,
I don't
it was
even
like
think he knew
4
how
inches.
You better do body work on it then, from the sounds of it.
well. I had to do body work on my underwear. It was full of Body putty.
Hilarious.
Shit. Well, the sun's up again. Good morning, gentlemen. Yesterday we left off with new wheel cylinders on the front of the car, new lines in the rear of the car, and all the drums turned, as well as all of our brake shoes cut down to width. We now have brake shoes for much cheaper than we could buy online and much faster.
Great fun.
Are we still feeling ambitious as we were last night, about 3 beers in?
Yep.
Okay, we have a goal in mind. It's currently about 9:30 in the morning. Tonight at 7, one of our favorite little local bars a ways from here is having a bingo night, which we love to go to. And we want to take this. As stated, we need to finish the brakes. We need to put a valve cover gasket and all that on. We need to vacuum out the interior. We need to do a whole bunch of stuff to make that happen, but that's our goal. So without further ado, let's get to work because we have a lot of stuff left. What are the odds of this being rebuildable?
Almost guaranteed not to be rebuildable.
Let me see it.
My son, please, he's very sick.
It will be perfect.
It might, you never know.
I can feel it.
Oh,
Now it's weird.
oh
no.
Bop, bop, bop.
There we go. That's what we're looking for right there. That bore is actually not bad. I think I can clean this up no problem. As long as our rebuild kit's the right one, we'll be good to go. That looks like the right one to me. Hell yeah, we're golden. Alright, let's get this bore cleaned up with those hones and get this all together. Seeing that the inside of this bore was really pitted, we were pretty skeptical, but I got the stone hone out, tried to take out as much as I could, and then hit it with a dingle ball in the end to put a glaze on it. It's still a little sketchy, so Tom ordered a new one, but we think we could make it to bingo on this one probably okay.
Snack.
Nah, I'm good, thanks. Everything back here is all wrapped up. Got new hardware and drums and all that in here. All new lines underneath, new rubber hoses. Everything looks fantastic. All that's left is the fronts. Let's do it. Good as new, right?
Well, we'll find out when the wheel falls off.
That we will.
Will that be before or after the brakes fail?
Probably during. You did all these by hand, Tom?
Yeah.
These look
how we do it.
fantastic. Holy shit. That's all of our lines and all of our brakes. Let's get a master in this, bleed it, and adjust our shoes. We have 4 hours to be on the road to not be late. Ready to begin. While I installed the rebuilt master cylinder, Tom vacuumed out the interior, Angus did an oil change on the car, and Phoenix dropped off her freshly powder-coated rims.
Circles
Circles.
with white and blue on them.
Oh, hell yeah. Freshly powder-coated by Phoenix at that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. We even have a paint match. While you're doing that, I've got our new fuel line ran here. It's kind of just sitting in place right now, still working on that, but we'll get that hooked up to a boat tank in the trunk and we'll have a fuel system. Look at that. Look at that.
That's impressive.
It made a mountain.
Did you get any diamonds out of that?
With a new piece of flex pipe in place on our exhaust, some fresh oil, and coolant in the radiator, we were ready to fire this up and see if it would run on its new fuel tank. Well, a little investigation has shown that our fuel line was clogged. We could not blow any air. All the new line that I just put on, totally fine. The 2 foot of curvy part that I left, apparently there's a clog in there.
I found a piece of soft line that I just broke in half. Great. Let me just rip that off with my bare hands.
There we
Oh
go.
my god.
There you go.
This is probably it.
Holy shit.
I thought that was a piece of hard line.
Wow, it's swollen down to like 3/16.
That's yummy looking stuff right there.
Well, we saved you some.
Yeah, but you
If we don't make it to bingo for supper, here you go. Let's see how we did.
Here it comes. There we go.
We have another coolant leak, and it's at the heater core valve.
Is there?
I don't think that's tight.
Or it probably rusted in half. Look at this though. Oil, stop, shut down. Ooh, good call. Huh.
Oh, sweet.
Wow, are there any fluids that stay in it?
The
Coolant?
battery acid so far.
This is parked because of a bad trans seal, right?
Yep.
What do you think is going to leak worse, that or the water pump?
It's gonna be a race.
So far, the water pump's winning by a lot. Believe it or not, we can't get one of those for like 6 months.
Weird.
Oh shit, it's full. It's coming out of the fill tube. It's a good thing we have a leak.
Take care of that right away.
Let's see if our tranny works. We got a gallon in her.
Think that should be dry.
Hey, it's spinning.
Be reversed.
It's really weird, but it's doing it. Hell yeah. Let's drop her down and see if she'll do a lap around the block. Now there's 3 streams. We're gonna have to take a kiddie pool or the water with us.
Pool full of water.
She doesn't love 6 volts, but she'll do it. 6 volts of glory. Hey, you got taillights and reverse lights. Damn. Look at that.
Smiling.
For the first time in 40-something years, the Buick moves.
It's leaving a little snail trail.
It's bad.
Oh my god. That thing is so cool. No burnout.
It just left a bunch of coolant.
Oil pressure is fantastic. It appears to be charging.
Holy
and the
shit.
temp is in the right place.
Your brake lights and backup lights even work. Look at this. Look at this. There's water flying over the hood. Or maybe that's smoke, I don't know. The speedometer kind of works.
It sort of works. You just have to take an average. Wide open. It's a little bit like a diesel Oldsmobile.
It'd be a hell of a
Without
race.
all the fanfare.
You get excited about the most random shit.
This is the best car. This is so good.
Oh, I like how the word Buick is the buttons.
The turn signals are self-canceling.
Your odometer still says exactly 74,000
Oh,
miles.
well that explains that.
Yeah, I don't think that works.
Why would it quit there?
That's a really
So we
weird
don't
number.
know how many miles it has
Be where
on
the
it.
warranty runs out.
That might be.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but especially if we ignore that,
That was an interesting sound.
I'd call that a successful trip around the block.
That is a successful trip around the block.
1 mile. And if it'll make it a mile, it'll make it 10.
I say we fill it with water and go straight to the bar.
Okay.
Call it done. And ignore the giant fire behind the camera.
That little guy.
I mean, this shit is like a campfire. All right, air cleaner's on, windows are clean, car's vacuumed out. Tom's got the goo pan,
Yummy.
I guess.
You want to lick the bowl?
No, I'm quite all right, thanks. There is one last thing to do to make sure we actually make it to our destination without
What's
breaking
that?
down. Put a junkyard.
Oh
sticker
God,
on.
yeah, we gotta do that.
We would have been screwed.
We never would have made it.
Hell no. Oh, right here then.
I don't like it. What's that looking?
All right, time for bingo. Let's get the hell out of here. It is 6:13. We have specifically
45 minutes.
47 extra minutes here until
And we
bingo
might need
starts.
it all.
We might, yeah. They might not be extra. They might be 47. We need 80. We've only got about 15 miles or so to go, so it's not terrible. Oh shit!
That's the worst corner in the world.
About died.
That's alright. It was a Nissan. We'd have been fine.
That was terrifying. Why is everyone trying to kill us?
I don't know.
I've never had problems in this town. We've all got hit twice.
They're just jealous.
Because you can't see it. It's so little, and it's this color of the sky.
Wait, why didn't we just go to the sports bowl? That would have been way
We could
less
have definitely
driving.
made it there. We
Yeah.
don't know that we can make it to the next one.
Hey, does that switch do anything?
Lights the car on fire.
Oh, probably, yeah, good
It
point.
might be.
That's the fire
I was a little kid, I'd always playing this, and imagine I was James Bond, and all these buttons had guns and stuff. That might be the self-destruct button.
And now you get to drive it.
First time ever.
Holy shit. I guess I never even thought of that.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, leaving town. Onto the open road.
It is weird that it's just one big gear. It's like a rubber band between the engine and the rear end.
52. Rubber
52?
band. Yeah, I'll put this up here next to our mascot. How about that? Sounds like it's doing $4 grand under the hood.
We probably don't want to know.
No, we
I don't
don't.
know where you buy a 6-volt tachometer.
Don't.
It sounds
Just
like the
keep
dwell may
going.
be off just a skosh.
For starters, yeah. Horn work now?
Well,
Can you imagine doing this? Where did they take this car?
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. at $5 grand for like a week.
They couldn't hear it. The muffler had both ends yet done.
Maybe that's why they put such a big muffler on. So that they couldn't hear the lack of second gear and the engine just screaming for its life the whole time. If we just make it really quiet, it'll be fine.
Give me more power, Scotty.
Boy. Oh, it got bumped down in the low when you hit the train tracks.
Oh, it did. That's interesting.
Hey, that works.
It didn't seem that rough.
Turns out it can do even more RPM.
Reverse is the last position, so at least it didn't go to reverse.
Wait, it goes park, neutral, drive, low, reverse?
Yep.
Oh. All right, look out for train tracks. I just realized, so we're doing 55, and it's screaming, right?
Yep.
Look how ambitious the speedometer
Since
is.
we're doing 65.
No, look how far it goes.
Oh, it goes to 110.
110.
No wonder they said they weren't terribly efficient. And in the 50s, they weren't terribly concerned with efficiency. And no way!
Wow, that's on the wood.
We're oozing to speed.
I think the Oldsdiesel can kick its butt.
The old diesel would smoke this thing. It wouldn't even be funny. Oil pressure looks great.
It's not charging immensely, but it is charging.
Yeah, temp looks good.
Temperature is
This
sweet.
is fantastic. You guys realize that 48 hours ago, this was
stuck?
seized?
And the wheels wouldn't
It was
turn.
pretty much straight out of a barn. And here we are, 2 days later, driving down the highway.
3 men wasting no time. We didn't even have a beer about it. We were working so hard.
You know, not one. Seeing things were going pretty well, we all got comfortable for the last 5 miles, and soon enough, we rolled into town.
We can push it the rest of the way from here.
We could. Especially if we get to the top of the hill. Let's go find ourselves a bar and play some bingo.
Are we supposed to cheer?
Yay!
Yes! Just give me the... Why are you like this? Oh, boy!
We're getting warm.
Whoa! Ah! We're going down! I need to start bailing! Give me the buckets!
Yeah, we're warm. We might have to coast.
Why did it get so hot when we got to town? Holy shit, there's a lake!
Did we accidentally? Oh, yeah.
God. Oh, there it goes! The bad news is it is a little more uphill to the bar.
Well,
We can make it. We can make
yeah, I
it.
was going to say, let's see if she'll start.
Oh, come on, 6 volts. Ooh. Nothing else.
Very damp volts.
There's nothing else. We just leave it at Matt's house.
Nothing.
All right, I'll go wiggle the thing.
Oh, she's hot.
Yeah,
I can see the heat coming out of the engine bay now.
it's fine. Everything's fine. Holy shit! This really puts the soup in super.
Fire.
There's more coolant leaking out of the floor than there is the front of the car.
You want some water?
Yeah, we better top her off. Damn, we were so close too. There we go. That a girl. Drinky drink.
It's beginning to cool down a little.
Yeah. I don't know why, but yeah, it must have ran out of water. Weird. Perfect. Like an old tractor. It can't build pressure, it can't leak. Let's go.
Like nothing even happened.
Yeah, everything's just fine.
It ran out of coolant at just the right time.
Oh, there we go. Hey, brakes work pretty good.
Brakes are getting better.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Well done, gentlemen. Should we go play some bingo about it?
Let's go play some bingo.
Deal. I can hear it dumping coolant on the ground.
That's all right. We aren't using it anymore.
We don't need it now.
Oh yeah, we're done.
Well, it's not going to smell like mice anymore.
No, it's flushed out.
Glycol ethylene. Fantastic. You won't have any more mice either.
Right. They'll drink that.
You know what they say? Drink the Kool-Aid.
Well done. Well, there you have it, folks. The 1951 Buick Super that has been sitting since Tom was a child is back on the road, driving for the first time in 40-something years. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. Best way to support the channel is to check out the merch on junkyarddigs.com. Go hit that up. Get your new I Heart Drum Brake shirt on the website. Big thanks to Tom and Angus for all their help. Thanks to Tom's dad for his help. And thanks to my dad for his help. This one was, despite being a pain in the butt and a little different from what I'm used to working on, it was a lot of fun. We did get to do one of our oldest revivals ever. And in the end, it successfully drove us all the way to town for bingo night. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next week for another episode. Peace.
How are we getting home?